Hello, my dear students. In this lecture, we are going to see one previous year GATE numerical. This question was asked in GATE 1994 for 1 mark, and this question is based on the order of insulating material in case of cylindrical pipe. Now, let us understand the question. The question is, two insulating materials of thermal conductivity K and 2K are available for lagging a pipe carrying a hot fluid. If the radial thickness of each material is same, right? Let us understand the case first. We have here, let us say there is a pipe through which fluid is flowing. Through this pipe, fluid is flowing, and we have two insulating materials with same thickness, right? Let us say here the radius of this pipe is R1. Let us say the radius of pipe is R1. On this radius, if I add one insulating pipe, let us say this is the insulating pipe on this radius R1 of radius R2. And again, we have one more insulating material we will add on this pipe, right? On the first insulation, we are going to add another insulation. Let us say another insulation like this, right? This will be another insulation, and this insulation will be having radius R3. R3. Therefore, my dear students, here between R1 to R2, there is first insulation. Between R2 to R3, there is second insulation, right? Let us say for first insulation, thermal conductivity is K1, and for second insulation, thermal conductivity is K2, right? And here, the thickness of first pipe, which is R2 minus R1, is T, and the thickness of second insulation is also T. They are mentioning they have same radial thickness. If the radial thickness of each material is same, right? Here for both case radial thickness is same. That means we can say the provided case is thickness T1 is nothing but R2 minus R1 is equal to thickness T2, which is nothing but R3 minus R2. This is the given relation, right? The difference in radius R2 minus R1 is equal to R3 minus R2. And here between R1 and R2 there is a insulation 1, right? Let us say this is the insulation 1, and between R2 and R3 there is a insulation 2. Therefore there will be insulation 2, right? And my dear students, here the thermal conductivity of insulating materials are K and 2K, right? Means K1 will be K or K1 will be 2K, right? We have to find the sequence. Now options are: material with higher thermal conductivity should be used for inner layer and one with lower thermal conductivity for outer layer. Means higher thermal conductivity is 2K. Here K1 is equal to 2K and K2 is equal to K. This they are saying. Then material with lower thermal conductivity should be used for inner layer and one with higher thermal conductivity for outer layer. Now with lower thermal conductivity means K1 is equal to K and K2 is equal to 2K. If this is the case, then it is immaterial in which sequence the insulating materials are used, right? That is, it is not, if I use any in any sequence, then there is no problem. Then it is not possible to judge unless numerical values or dimensions are given, right? These are the four options. Now let us find. Now my dear students, what is the purpose here? Here purpose is insulating. Here purpose is insulation, and insulation is nothing but decreasing the heat transfer rate. Insulation is nothing but, in case of insulation we have to decrease the heat transfer rate, right? Now in this case, whatever may be the sequence, K1 and K2 are used. Now heat transfer, what will be the heat transfer? If I consider total temperature difference, let us say the total temperature difference is, let us say the innermost surface is at temperature Ti and the outermost surface is at temperature To, right? And we have derived this formula that heat transfer is nothing but, if I write Ti minus To, that is total temperature difference, then my dear students, in this case we have to write resistance of 1 as well as resistance of 2. Then there will, we have to write resistance of first pipe plus resistance of second pipe, right? Likewise this will be the formula of heat transfer. Therefore can I say, as resistance, total resistance, that I can say Ti minus To divided by total resistance, RT, total resistance. As total resistance goes on increasing, the heat transfer rate goes on decreasing. And here our purpose is to insulate. Means insulation means to decrease heat transfer rate, right? That means the condition having maximum total resistance will be having insulating condition or good condition for insulation. Therefore here, in which sequence we will get maximum total resistance, that we have to find. And as it is pipe, they have given pipe, right? Here in question they have mentioned pipe. Pipe is a cylindrical surface, and for cylinder the conduction resistance for cylinder, we have derived formula ln of outside radius divided by inside radius divided by 2 pi thermal conductivity into L, thermal conductivity of insulation, 2 pi KL, right? This will be the resistance through the cylinder, right? Now, my dear students, let us observe the sequence. Now, here we will check all the options. Let us check one by one. Now, in first option, they have mentioned that the material with higher thermal conductivity is kept on inside layer. Means in first option, they have given K1 is equal to 2K and K2 is equal to K. That is material with higher thermal conductivity on inside layer and material with lower thermal conductivity on outside layer, right? That will be the sequence. K1 is equal to 2K, K2 is equal to K. Now, my dear students, therefore, in this case, in this first case, what will be total resistance? Total resistance will be R1 plus R2, which is nothing but R1 is nothing but ln of R2 divided by R1 divided by 2 pi K1L plus ln of R3 divided by R2 divided by 2 pi K2L. Now here it is for first R1 is for first cylinder. For first cylinder outside radius is R2, inside radius is R1. Therefore R2 divided by R1. For second cylinder outside radius is R3 and inside radius is R2. Therefore for second cylinder for R2 ln of R3 divided by R2 and right and thermal conductivity of respective material. So my dear students, the total resistance in case of first case will be equal to ln of R2 divided by R1 divided by 2 pi. K1 is 2K. Therefore, it will become 4 pi. Right. 4 pi KL plus ln of R3 divided by R2 divided by 2 pi. K2 is KL. Right. Now, here for second term, if I divide by 2, I have to multiply with 2 also. Therefore, the condition will become RT1, total resistance in first case, is ln of R2 divided by R1 divided by 4 pi KL plus, now here this multiplication 2 ln of R3 divided by R2 will become, it is a log property, ln of R3 divided by R2 whole square divided by 4 pi KL, right? My dear students, we have log property. A ln of B is nothing but ln of B power A. That log property I have used here, right? So, my dear students, let us take here 1 upon 4 pi KL common. Therefore, R total 1 will be equal to 1 upon 4 pi KL in bracket ln of R2 divided by R1 plus ln of R3 divided by R2 whole square, right? Again, we have log property, that is ln of A plus ln of B is equal to ln of A into B. That property again I am going to use here, right? Therefore, this total resistance becomes RT1 will be equal to 1 upon 4 pi KL into ln of here R2 into R3 square divided by R1 into R2 square, R1 into R2 square. Now from numerator and denominator, one R will get cancelled, right? Therefore, my dear students, the final result for this total resistance in first case will be equal to 1 upon 4 pi KL ln of R3 square divided by R1 R2. This will be the total resistance if a higher thermal conductivity is used as a inside layer. There will be a L in denominator. I forgot to write L. So write down this, right? Now, my dear students, if I write down this, that is total resistance in first case. If higher thermal conductivity is a inside layer, then RT1 total resistance will be equal to 1 upon 4 pi KL ln of R3 square divided by R1 R2, right? Now let us understand the second condition. If lower thermal conductivity is used as an inside layer, right? The second condition is material with lower thermal conductivity should be used as an inside layer and material with higher thermal conductivity should be used as an outside layer, right? That means in second condition, in second option, they are mentioning K1 is equal to K and K2 is equal to 2K. So my dear students, in this case, the RT total in second case will be equal to again R1 plus R2, which is nothing but ln of R2 divided by R1 divided by 2 pi K1L plus ln of R3 divided by R2 divided by 2 pi K2L. So let us put the values. The total resistance in second case will be equal to ln of R2 divided by R1 divided by 2 pi K1 is KL plus ln of r3 divided by r2 divided by 2 pi. K2 is 2k. Now here K2 is 2k. Therefore, it will multiply with 2 and it will become 4. Therefore, it will become 4 pi KL. Right. Again, my dear students, here for the first term, if I multiply with 2 in the denominator, I have to multiply with 2 in the numerator. Therefore, the equation will become RT total in case of second case. Now this 2 ln of R2 divided by R1, this 2 will go to the power of R2 by R1. This is a log property. Therefore, ln of R2 divided by R1 whole square divided by 4 pi KL plus ln of R3 divided by R2 divided by 4 pi KL. Now let us consider 4 pi KL common. Therefore, R total in case of second case, it will be equal to 1 upon 4 pi KL in bracket ln of R2 divided by R1 whole square plus ln of R3 divided by R2. Right. Again, log A plus log B is nothing but log A into log B. Log A into B, sorry. So let us use this property. Therefore, RT total is equal to 1 upon 4 pi KL ln of R2 square divided by R1 into R3 divided by R2. Right. Again, R2 will get cancelled from numerator and denominator, and total resistance in second case will become 1 upon 4 pi KL. Right. ln of R2 R3 divided by R2 R3 divided by R1 square. Here there will be a square. Here I forgot to write square because it is R2 divided by R1 whole square. No, R2 square divided by R1 square. Therefore, R2 R3 divided by R1 square. This is how the total resistance in second case will be there. Now this total resistance in second case is equal to 1 upon 4 pi KL into ln of R2 R3 divided by R1 square. Right. Now let us compare them. Now we got total resistance in both case, right? That is R total 1 and R total 2. Now R total 1 is a condition when higher thermal conductivity is used as the inside layer, and R total 2 is a condition when the lower thermal conductivity is used as the outside layer. Now my dear students, here we can say the R total 1, which is nothing but 1 upon 4 pi KL ln of R3 cube divided by R1 R2 and R total 2 is nothing but 1 upon 4 pi KL ln of R2 R3 divided by R1 square. Right. And my dear students, the resistance for which this ln term will be more, will be having more resistance. If this term is more, then RT total 1 will be more, and if this term is more, then R total 2 will be more. And as the thickness of pipes are given same, that is R2 minus R1 is equal to R3 minus R2. From this relation, if I impose these relations on this condition, then this ln of R2 R3 divided by R1 square will be definitely more than ln of R3 square, here R3 square, right, divided by R1 R2. Definitely. Therefore, we can say the total resistance in case of second case will be more than total resistance of first case. Therefore, the heat transfer in second case will be less than heat transfer in first case. And here our purpose is insulation. Our purpose is insulation, means our target is to decrease heat transfer rate. So my dear students, in case of second case, the heat transfer rate is less than first case. Therefore, the material with lower thermal conductivity should be used as an inside layer, and one with higher thermal conductivity should be used as an outside layer. That is option B will be the correct choice. Now my dear students, I think many students get confused in this, right? Because this is a common understanding while teaching, right? It is a school level mathematics, my dear students. Take a random values of R2, R1 and R3. Right? This is a very school level mathematics. Take a random values. Now let us say if I consider R1 is equal to 2 centimeter or 2 meter, then let us say R2 is equal to 4 meter. Right? Now R2 minus R1 is 2. Therefore R3 minus R2 must be equal to 2. Therefore R3 must be equal to 6 meter. Then only R3 minus R2 is equal to R2 minus R1 becomes, right? Now take randomly any values. What I am saying, you can assume any random values, right? Here I am assuming these values. So my dear students, what will be ln of R2 R3 divided by R1 square, right? This value will be more than ln of R3 square divided by R1 R2. Let us put the values. You have all the values. Let us check them. If I check, right? By randomly taking any value, if I check here, let us say, therefore ln of r2 r3, ln of r2 is 4, r3 is 6, divided by r1 square is 2 square, will be always greater than ln of r3 square, that is 6 square, divided by r1 is 2, r2 is 4. Let us check the value. Here, this first value you will find as 1.791, and the second you will find as it will be 1.5. So definitely this term will be more than this term. Therefore, definitely ln of r2 r3 divided by r1 square will be more than ln of r3 square divided by r1 r2 if thickness is same. Provided if thickness is same, and in question they have given thickness is same. Therefore, the material with higher thermal conductivity should be outside layer, that is 2K on outside layer, and with lower thermal conductivity should be on inside layer. So my dear students, straight forward remember this note for the competitive exams, because in all the competitive exams they have asked this question, right? If your target, first thing, if your target is insulation for a pipe, what I am saying, for a pipe, this is condition for pipe, we will take option 3 also. This option 3 will be for slab, right? Insulation, if our target is insulation, then the thermal conductivity which is having lower thermal conductivity should form a inside layer, and the material with higher thermal conductivity should form as a outside layer. This is for insulation. Second condition, if your target is to increase heat transfer rate, insulation means decrease heat transfer rate, if your target is to increase heat transfer rate, then the material with higher thermal conductivity should be inside layer, and the material with lower thermal conductivity should be outside layer. But this is a case of increasing the heat transfer rate, and here for insulation, lower thermal conductivity on the inside layer and higher thermal conductivity on the outside layer, right? My dear students, for plain slab, the option C will be the correct. For plain slab, the option C will be the correct. That is, it is not matters if you use any sequence, right? If you use any sequence, it is immaterial, right? Let us observe the option C. Option C is a, it is immaterial in which sequence the insulating materials are used, and this option C will be correct for plain slab. Plain slab. Let us understand. Here thickness are same. Let us say if I use these two materials, let us say these are the two slabs, right? These are the two slabs, right? Let us say thickness of both is same. Therefore, here thickness is T, here also thickness is T. For both, thickness is same, right? And thermal conductivity K1, thermal conductivity K2, right? Now, first slab will offer resistance R1, second slab will offer resistance R2. Therefore, in this case, the total resistance will be equal to R1 plus R2. And my dear students, the total resistance will become equal to, right? R1 is nothing but for plain slab, the resistance of slab is nothing but thickness divided by Ka, right? Therefore, for first slab, thickness divided by K1A, plus for second slab, thickness divided by K2A, and for plain slab, area at each and every location is same. You can observe here, area of heat transfer at each and every location is same, right? Therefore, the area is same here. Therefore, this total resistance becomes equal to, here thickness, right? Thickness divided by K1A plus thickness divided by K2A. Now here there is a direct addition. If K1 is K, let us say if K1 is equal to K and K2 is equal to 2K, what will happen? Total resistance will become thickness divided by Ka plus thickness divided by 2Ka. And if second condition, this is option A. If option B, if K1 becomes 2K and K2 becomes K, then total resistance becomes equal to T divided by 2Ka plus T divided by Ka. Now, here total resistance in both cases same. You can observe the same thing we are writing here, 2 plus 4 and 4 plus 2 is always same, right? Means the sequence doesn't matter for the plain slab. The sequence matters only for the cylinders, right? For cylinder, the material with lower thermal conductivity should form as an inside layer, and the material with higher thermal conductivity should form as an outside layer for the insulation. And for plain slab, the sequence doesn't matter. And my dear students, the option D, which is it is not possible to judge unless numerical values of dimensions are given. If thickness is not given same, in case of cylinder, if they have not provided you that R3 minus R2 is equal to R2 minus R1. If this condition is not given, then your answer is option D. If thickness are not same for cylinder, your answer is option D. Thank you, dear students. In next lecture, we will see one more numerical on this topic, which was asked in previous year GATE examination.